Hello again. Today we're going to have a look at this Apple Watch Ultra clone, I'm going to call it. It's UTi8 is the actual model or name of it. And it's designed, as you can probably see here, from the Apple Ultra Watch and Ultra Watch 2. This is probably the first one with the orange band. But this is, I believe, the silicon band, so that would be the Ultra 2. But this is the very latest and greatest from the Chinese clone factories. And we're going to have a quick look through. If you want to pause there and just read through, you can. And don't forget to subscribe. Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah, it comes with this ocean band in orange. And it's got the charger that comes with it. Now these watches don't work with the original Apple charger, so you do need to use this proprietary one. And it's Type A. There's a little bit of a loose fitting inside by the sounds of it. Right, this is much nicer quality than the bands I tested last year. Last year they broke quite easily. This one feels a lot nicer. And it's a nice bright orange compared to the dull ones they had last year. Right, so they've sealed that up. It looks very, very reminiscent of Apple. In fact, it's got metal screws in the back as well. Okay. They've got the color and everything. I'm a little flabbergasted, sorry. I was a little bit taken back. Some of these Chinese clones now, that started really quickly as well. Some of these Chinese clones are getting very, very close to the original. So you have to be very careful when purchasing things nowadays. Especially if you're a little bit older, you could be taken for a ride with this. It's actually pretty damn close, isn't it? Right, okay. So I've put the watch band on, and I'll show you the app that it comes with. Right, there we go. So it's called iBand. So when you go into there, you can change the watch faces. You can't really download anything much. You've got about 5 or 6 watch faces pre-installed that you can't delete. And then you have some other watch faces that you can put in here. But you can only put 2 at a time. And they're quite basic. They don't do anything like the Apple Watch, apart from look similar. And Apple doesn't have this one. Right, so if you slide in from the left, you've got your call functions, because this can do Bluetooth calling. You do need to pair it with the Bluetooth button first. So if you swipe down, press that green or turquoise button, and then it will pair to the watch so you can make calls. Looks wise, it does look very, very similar. They really have copied it down to the last button. Not as sensitive as Apple, as you can see when I'm scrolling through. Right, so you've got your active track, you've got heart rate, SpO2, blood pressure. I wouldn't trust that one much. You've got a music player. Okay, I can't play that for copyright reasons. You got the weather. Okay, again, not much information. You've got sleep tracking. And back to the watch faces. Right, now this watch I'm going to give to my daughter, and she's going to use it for a few weeks. But I will, at the end of the video, I'll leave you a few bits of information about things like battery life and how she got on with it. So, what else can I show you on here? Okay, so that's the Bluetooth calling. So if you click on that, and then you can turn it on off afterwards, which will save battery. Watch faces, you can just scroll through and tap to change them. Okay, so it's pretty basic. but it will keep things like steps. So if you want to keep your fitness for steps and your heart rate, it should be pretty accurate for those. Okay, so let's just check that heart rate and see how accurate it is. This is the original Apple Watch Ultra 2. So let's see what result we got here. Okay, so it's coming up with 87 beats per minute. 87, 86. Sorry if you can hear that drilling noise. Every time I make a video, someone has to do some sort of home improvements. But if you can hear that, I do apologize. Right, okay, let's get the... This is the UTi8. So what do we got? Okay, 88. 87. 87 is the same as the Apple Watch Ultra. So that works pretty well. Right, so I'm going to check out a few other things before I wrap the video up. I'm going to do weigh the watches and check out how much they weigh together or separately, and find out how closely they got the weight. They feel pretty much the same, but you can't always tell when you hold one in each hand. Right, so let's get the scales. Okay, there we go. Right, this is in grams. Right, I had to check which one was which. 64.6 grams. That's for the genuine original. And 48.7, so they actually made it lighter. 20 grams lighter. They do feel pretty much the same, but 20 grams lighter is 20 grams. Right, so thickness. My watch on the left, the original, or on the right now. The original watch that I have has got a screen protector on it, so it makes it look a little bit thicker. But as you can see, they do look pretty much identical. And I've seen a few videos on YouTube with Apple Watch Ultra clones, and this is the best one I've seen. So, you know, I don't buy them usually, and I don't endorse buying these things. Chinese products, the clones, the copies, they're poorly put together. They're made to trick you and to get you to buy them for your kids and things. But they're not always the best quality. I wouldn't get this one wet, for example. I imagine if you do get it wet, it won't survive. So things like swimming and things you can't do with these watches. But they are a bit of fun, and I thought it would make a fun video. I saw it for sale. The price is absolutely going to blow you away. The price was only $15. $15, $16, or about £12 in the UK. And that's really quite incredible. Right, so I'm just showing you here. The original band has an M or an L or an S, and you can see a little bit of writing in there as well. The fake bands don't have that sort of thing written on them. So I'm just going to check now to see if the fake band will fit in the original Apple Watch, which it does. And let's now check to see if that fits in the Chinese clone. All right, a little bit tighter, but it does slide in. Look at that. And it fits exactly the same. It's quite incredible how they can make something that Apple charges $799 for just $16. I know the technology inside is different, but they do make it look good, don't they? Right, okay. Let's just put that one in as well. There we go. Yeah, it does fit, and it looks and fits exactly the same as the original. And as you can see, it's quite incredible. Right, I don't know what I can say with this one, I'm going to have to give it 2 thumbs up because it hasn't died while making the video. And I'll leave you now with my daughter's thoughts and battery life. So she's used it for 2 weeks, and the battery life, 4 days, always on display off, receiving calls and texts, and she's been exercising with it as well. So it's quite amazing, and check it out if you want. I'll leave the link in the description, and you can make up your own mind. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.